Hey YouTubes, good day, God bless. Today we're going to talk about some Muslim deceptions, and I'm going to show you how Muslims will try to word things a certain way to try to deceive people and make them think certain things, and also to try to give Muslims a way to make certain claims about prophets of the Bible and about Islam. Now, I was watching this video titled Let's Mock Islam by Salvi447. Now, this video starts off with a clip of the comedian, a Spanish comedian, George Lopez. Now, in the clip, George Lopez makes a joke that, Spanish people should convert to being Muslims because Spanish people are always hung over, because they drink a lot. So Muslims, since the fact Muslims lay on the ground when they pray, it would be very easy and it would be smart for, a Spanish person to convert to being a Muslim because he can just lay on the ground when he's hung over and pray. Now, it's obviously a joke, and the joke is really more aimed at Spanish people's drinking habits than really making fun of Muslims and how they pray. But I don't think Salvi447 really understood that. And also, you know, it's clearly a joke because if you convert to being a Muslim, you can't drink alcohol. So it would make no sense for somebody who likes to drink to convert to being a Muslim. So therefore, it's obviously a joke. But it basically gives me a good opportunity to show you um, how Muslims will try to trick people. Now, if you spend any time around Muslims, you will hear them claim that Adam was a Muslim, Noah was a Muslim, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, all the prophets, all the messengers of God were all Muslims because the definition of being a Muslim is somebody who submits themselves to God. And since all the prophets and messengers of God did that, they're Muslim. That's what a Muslim will say. That's the logic of Islam. The other thing you'll hear them claim is that, you know, Abraham prayed like Muslims pray, Moses prayed like Muslims pray, Jesus prayed like Muslims pray. Therefore, they were all Muslim. I'm going to show you the logical flaw in that thinking, and I'm also going to show you how Muslims expose themselves and expose Islam as liars when they do that. Now, the first thing that I said to this person, let me scroll down here. I said, sorry, but Jesus, Moses, and Abraham were before Islam. So, Muslims pray the way they believe Jesus, Moses, and Abraham did, not the other way around. Do Muslims realize how stupid it is to say Jesus was a Muslim or Moses prayed like Muslims? Like I said, Muslims are copying how they think Abraham, Moses, and Jesus prayed. This can't, this truth can't be refuted. Then he responded and said, sorry, not trying to pick up a debate with you, but you do sound like you only viewed the fancy pictures and did not read what the video says. Well, I actually did read, and that's why I'm going to refute you, and I've been refuting you on here. He says, I gave references from the Bible that Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and all other messages, and I think he means messengers of God, used to pray to God the way Muslims do. Again, no, Muslims pray the way they believe Abraham, Moses, and Jesus prayed. You said Muslims think that Abraham, Moses, and Jesus used to pray like them. Again, no, I am saying Muslims pray the way they think Abraham and Moses and Jesus prayed. Not that Abraham, Moses, and Jesus prayed like them. You see, that's the flaw in your logic. There is nothing to assume. The evidence is very clear. Bible does say that Abraham, Moses, and Jesus used to pray like Muslims. The Bible does not say that. The Bible says a certain way where Abraham, Moses, and Jesus and other prophets fell on the ground and prayed. It doesn't say that they prayed like Muslims. And then he says, may God guide you, amen. Also, I didn't write this, but I'd like to point this out. Muslims have a whole ritual that they do when they're praying. They have a carpet. They do certain bending rituals. Okay, they have to do cleansing rituals with water, like obulation. They have to cleanse in their nose, and they have to do stuff with their mouth. Show me in the Bible where Abraham, Moses, or Jesus did that. Okay, that's all stuff Muslims do, and nowhere in the Bible does it say any of these prophets did that. Jesus didn't walk around with a rug. Moses didn't walk around with a rug and do that type of stuff. Okay, they didn't stand up, bend down, touch the floor, do all this other stuff. Show me in the Bible where they did that, because that's what Muslims do. Also, in the Bible, King David said he prayed 7 times a day. Daniel said he prayed 3 times a day. Okay? But Muslims pray 5 times a day. So that's clearly different. Now, the next thing is, let's see. I said, well, I wasn't debating because the issue isn't a debate. Islam came in the 7th century. Jesus was 600 years before. Moses was 2100 years before. And Abraham was about 2600 years before. Therefore, Muslims pray like these true prophets did, or at least Muslims are attempting to, lay down to the ground and pray like that. You can't come after somebody does something, copy it, and then claim the former is copying the latter. That's logically incorrect and intellectually dishonest. It's a warped and flawed logic. Again, you Muslims are copying what those Hebrews, Jews did, not the other way around. You see, the whole thing is that, you know, all the prophets and messengers came before Islam. So that's the whole key. Now, I want to show you that in this video, Salvi 447 quotes a couple scriptures to back up what he's saying. And one of the scriptures he quotes from Jesus is Matthew 26:39, where it says, "And Jesus went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed." End quote. Now, I'm going to say this very adamantly. Whenever a Muslim quotes the Bible, whenever he quotes the scriptures to you, you always check the Bible to see if what that Muslim quoted is correct. Let me repeat that. When a Muslim quotes the Bible, always check it, verify it. That goes if he quotes the Quran as well, you know, because they will leave stuff out, they will manipulate it, they'll even change the verse and add stuff into it that's not there. And I can show you that in this video too. Now, the funny thing about him using this verse is, little does he know, this verse actually refutes Islam. Now let's look and see what the verse actually says. And he, speaking about Jesus, went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "O my Father, O my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." Now notice, this Muslim stopped right here where it says, "and prayed." But he doesn't say what Jesus prayed. Now does he? Why doesn't he tell you what Jesus prays? Well, because he didn't, either one or two things. He's trying to deceive you, or he didn't realize what the rest of the verse said. Now that's when I responded. The last thing I will say is, thank you. You unwittingly refuted Islam as a false religion. At the 52nd mark, you quoted part of Matthew 26:39 as your proof Muslims pray like Jesus. This proves you believe this verse is credible and are trying to use it to your advantage. However, in the same verse, Jesus says, "Oh my Father." This refutes surahs like 518, 6101, and 112:3. Also, Moses too said God was a father in Deuteronomy 32:6. Now let's look at that. Deuteronomy 32:6. Do ye thus requite Yahweh, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father? that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Now, the reason I went to Moses was because in this video, Salvi quotes, I believe it was Exodus 34:6, where Moses prayed. Now, what else? Okay, so this Matthew 26:39 refutes Islam altogether. Therefore, Muslims aren't like Jesus or Moses because they deny God as a father. That means Islam is false. Then, also, this person points out that in the video, okay, Salvi misquoted Genesis 17:17. It says Abraham fell on his face and laughed. Doesn't say anything about prayed. Now, that's just a typical example of Muslims changing the verse. And I looked up many, many, many translations, and none of them say, they all say laughed. Now, and that was in his heart. Um, Also, and let's see, he lied when he quoted Exodus 34:8, which is in the video. So just watch the video and you can see. Now, getting on to the last part of this video, he says that, let's see, where is it? He said that the definition of being a Muslim, oh, here it is. The English word for the Arabic word Muslim is one who submits themselves to God. Abraham, Moses, and Jesus were Muslims. Here we go. Since they submitted themselves to God. Therefore, I wasn't wrong saying they used to pray like Muslims. Yes, you are wrong when you say they used to pray like Muslims, because Muslims are praying like them. Don't you understand that? Okay? You got to wrap your head around the fact that you're wording this backwards. Okay? Continuing on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he says Islam and Muslims existed before the birth of Muhammad. Sorry, it did not. Islam did not exist before Muhammad. So that's just a lie. You said you Muslims are copying what Hebrews did, not the other way around. Yeah, that's what I say, and that's my contention, because the Hebrews and the Jews were doing this before Muslims, before Islam ever came around. As I pointed out, thousands and thousands of years before Islam ever came around. He says, nobody is copying others, rather. Muslims are praying the way God commanded to do, but Judeo-Christians are not. Hope this helps. Like I said before, Muslims have oblation. They do a whole bunch of different rituals, cleansing with water, bending, doing all types of different stuff that's not in the Bible. So don't tell me that God commanded that, because it doesn't say that in the Bible. Then I said, I will be making a vid that exposes these lies. That's why I'm making this video right now. The definition Muslims give about being a Muslim is arbitrary and has no meaning towards Abraham, Moses, and or Jesus. I'll use your own flawed logic to prove Abraham, Moses, and Jesus were Christians. The definition of being a Christian means one who believes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the one and only true living God. Christians do. Okay, every Christian believes that. This proves Abraham, Moses, and Jesus were Christians. That's the same logic that he's using when he's saying the definition of a Muslim means one who submits himself. Okay, so does that make sense? P.S. Answer me about Matthew 26:39. You see, he's avoiding. He won't answer me about that, because he realizes he either made a huge mistake or he got caught in his deception. Now here's the icing on the cake. He writes, I'm sorry to say that you said something that is not true, sir. The word Christianity means a person who believes in Jesus Christ. Look up the word in the dictionary. Now here it is. You can't define words in your own way to match your belief, sir. Just in case you don't know, Jesus never heard the word Christian in his lifetime. Okay, guess what? Got him. I got him again with his own words. Here we go. You said you can't define words in your own way to match your belief. Bingo! And that's exactly what Muslims do when they try to make Jesus out to be a Muslim after the fact. LOL. So he just refuted himself again. You can't define words in your own way to match your belief. So stop saying Jesus was a Muslim, Abraham was a Muslim, Moses was a Muslim, Adam was a Muslim. Stop making up an arbitrary definition of what it means to be a Muslim after the fact of these men to try to say they were Muslims. It doesn't work. And you just refuted yourself, Salvi. Secondly, Christianity doesn't only mean someone who believes in Jesus. All Christians believe that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the only true living God. Any Christian will agree with this. So, to be a Christian, you must believe this. Every Christian will say this is true. Therefore, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus were Christians. And last but not least, also, Jesus never heard of Islam in his lifetime. That's what he said up here about Christian. So, Salvi, you've refuted your own video, um, and that's really all I got to say about that. So, I hope you realize that. I hope all my Christian brothers and sisters see the deception Muslims use. And always make sure you reference the Bible and the Quran when Muslims are quoting, and listen closely to what Muslims say so that you can see if they're trying to word something in order to trick you. So, good day and God bless.